It just tried to fucking poison me. Like, I can't, I could barely see out of one eye. Like, after touching some fabric that I purchased. This is, locally, by the way. Like, it didn't come from very far. And, I carelessly threw it on my bed. Oh my god. And it's made my eye go a bit funny. And I don't feel so good. But, I'm getting kind of attacked with, gas, slow acting generally, but occasionally, they amp it up. It's a coercive method. It's a method of coercion. So, for those people that blanket statement everything. Oh, it would be this, it would be that, or people would this and people would that. Like, these people are crazy. These people are vindictive. These people have different priority set to most other people, and their main issue is other people. They don't care about anything but immediate gratification with usually to do with other people. Like, so it's attacking people, it's aggrandizement from people. So it's adulation, punishment, reward, that kind of shit. It's really got nothing to do with anything else. And they've actually pilfered like extraordinary sums of money, really extraordinary sums of money, and thrown it away so that they could chase other people again. Because that's what they do. That's their thing. That's their fetish. It's their thing. Like Bechtel, Hitler, this is their family. And they threw that away so that they could chase people again. They that's exactly how this racket works. And it is trafficking. It's really not. It's got nothing to do with anything. That's what socialism is. It's what I've been trying to explain. Unfortunately, maybe I'm a little brain damaged. Maybe I'm unable to do such a great job anymore. Like, I've been trying to tell people for a long time, that this is socialism. Socialism really does rest on this abasement and stratification, which usually revolves around the lowest common denominator. So, we have explanations which are blanket explanations, people this, people that, as if everyone's the same, which of course we're not. And also, it gets worse than that, like, it really does. You're crazy if you this, you're crazy if you that, and it just goes on. And then here we have this global catastrophe, and it is a catastrophe. It's going to destroy the economy, guaranteed, for everyone. The only people that are not going to really notice or care, they already didn't really rely on that. They were spending pesos. We're going to be spending pesos, all of us. That's exactly the same shit. We're going to, regardless, of who or where we are or where we've been. Nobody's going to be traveling around anymore. Maybe that's a good thing, but I want out of here. I can't relate to these people at all. They're not my people. And this is like the third or fourth time I've lived through, this increasing epidemic and opportunistic raiding here in Australia. And I've told you all about it each time, and I actually gave you the game plan somewhere in between. Like, I don't think that I did foresee some of it. That was with the the comments about people being greyed out, and so on. And now here we are, and I've been affected by some horrible, toxin, which has made my right eye, sort of wobble around a little. I'm a little bit worried. And, it's not the first time that's happened either. you know, and I'm getting more and more decrepit, you know, myself. Like I'm not actually going to be able to pursue anything other than what I'm currently doing if this happens for much longer. You know, they've destroyed my, you know, when I had my babies, they actually slashed my abdominal muscles and didn't stitch them back up. Like, so that's, you know, strike one, my back was fucked. You know, and it's almost impossible to stand up for an entire working day, so that cuts out a lot of work for me. However, I still continued to try, but, you know, like, with this constant gratuitous assault, you can't do it. You know, it's not possible. And of course, I had 3 young children for a long time. Like, you know, so my main prerogative was to protect them. And now they're grown, and I don't think that they deserve to live this, you know, sort of constant cyclical assault, you know, to entertain this fuckwit family, you know, which, you know, that's clearly, you know, what they're for. That's what they're for. That's what this entire place has been dedicated to. And it's not just me, you know, clearly it can't be. I'm not even sure how I've survived, you know. I think it's because I'm the squeaky wheel, you know. That's the only reason I can imagine is that my family have survived as, you know, sort of thinly as we have, is because, frankly, you know, I've written about this extensively over and over and over and over again, and always, you know, generally to the same people. So, you know, in a way, they've kind of gotten to know me a little, and, you know, for what that's worth. And, you know, like really, you know, it's just too much. It's too much to live with this, you know. I can't do it for much longer, obviously. You know, that's just not realistic. It's not a realistic expectation. I don't want my children to die, you know, at like 40 because of gratuitous poisoning campaigns and so on, and, you know, dodgy malpractice that never gets addressed. Like, you know, these things at the beginning, at the outset, they were quite simple to deal with, but, you know, they grow into mammoth proportion problems. You know, they compound, and that's what's kind of occurred here. You know, sort of, it may be fun, and, you know, it may be easy, you know, to take that baseline, like the base line, you know, a basing line, and to ignore people. But, you know, when, you know, just for the sake of numbers, you know, they go on and on about it, bums on seats, you know, it becomes really repulsive, actually. In fact, it becomes extraordinarily repulsive. Like, you start to think, well, fuck, you know, like, so many bums have been on the seat. Like, why the hell would I want it? You know, like, seriously, you know, like, that's how it starts to look. And, you know, and then we have, you know, numbers of black, white, women, men, whatever, you know, like, and so on, instead of numbers of skilled persons, you know, which is what's required, you know. And of course, in places like the USA, or here, supposedly, according to its fucking write-up, you know, you should be able to get those figures easily. You know, you should. You know, both ways. But if you can't, then you fucking can't. And it's unreasonable to adhere to them, you know. So, you know, under the circumstances where particular, you know, ethnic groups are targeted in this way, you know, and literally replaced with other ones, you know, like we have like a situation where, you know, black African people are replaced with, you know, people from Tobago, Trinidad, wherever, you know, like they just may be black, like maybe even barely, like, you know, and they just, like here, this whole suburb literally has been wiped out and replaced with these freaks. Most of them are like getting around in like tube skirts and hijabs, like that's their thing. You know, tube skirts with a big split up the side, and they think they're red hot, you know, and that's this entire street and probably, you know, the surrounding block mainly, you know, like I don't know if it's much more than that. I don't know the extent of it. My contacts, they would know. Um, but that all seems so crazy to me. Like I've been up and down the East Coast, and frankly, you know, they're walking around sort of murmuring in unison, and like ordering like bus drivers to have accidents. Like they're crazy, you know, they're bullshit and they're crazy. And this is not, you know, this is not my people. This is not something I can relate to. So, and I've been stuck with this for a long, long time now. I'm very tired, you know. I really just want to sort things out for my sons and hopefully, you know, get some, you know, sort of proactive and positive looking, you know, future happening, like without Debbie or the Hitler family or the Hitler cartel. You know, they're very proud of it here, and this is what it's done.